I am so excited to be bringing you guys this video today. Like, you guys have no idea. Self-care is something that I am extremely passionate about, and for those of you who don't know, I do have my master's degree in school counseling, and that counseling piece is what really motivates me and drives me in the work that I do. So to be able to bring that here to my channel is nothing short of amazing. And this is something that I've been thinking about a long time, and I've been wanting to do it, but it's so kind of like personal. And as you can see, a lot of my videos are very like surface level. Like, we talk about my designer bags, we talk about how I grew out my relaxed hair, and I feel like for my subscribers, I genuinely want more. Like, I want you guys to leave here with something that you can take, that has meaning in your life and that is powerful, that you can apply for the rest of your life. Like, these bags are cool, my hair is nice, but what does it really do for a person? I'm here to give you guys more, build a community, and really do some true and meaningful work, if that makes sense. But that's honestly enough about me, because this video is really for you guys and to help you become the best versions of yourselves that you desire to be. So to start off, I want you guys to understand that you are a priority. And the quickest way to start taking care of yourself is to first believe that to be true, and second, to align your actions with that belief. So there are many things that you can do to take care of yourself. And if I'm being quite honest, when people talk about self-care, I feel like it's very surface level. So you'll see people do things like buy themselves expensive gifts, they'll take these trips, or they'll go to the spa, get your nails and toes done. While there's nothing wrong with that, I feel like our perspective of self-care is a very small piece to the big puzzle. And trust me, I do all of those things that I just shared with you guys. The only difference I feel like between me and most people when it comes to self-care is that I am doing things with a lot more intentionality, and self-care is something that is built within the life that I create for myself. And I feel like when people practice self-care, they do it more as a treat for themselves. So it's Sunday, let's do self-care Sunday as a treat to reward myself for working hard all week. Or, you know, it shouldn't be a reward, it should just become a lifestyle because you deserve it and you're worth it. I want to revisit an idea I shared with you guys earlier. I told you that most people's perspective of self-care was like a small piece to a bigger puzzle. So for the rest of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you guys see the big picture. So for starters, I want to introduce you guys to a concept called wellness. And when I say this word wellness, some of you guys may be thinking about your fitness or your mental health, but I really want you to think about wellness in the terms of it being multifaceted and having different dimensions. There's different parts of wellness. To properly self-care and to truly take care of yourself means that you should be monitoring and working on each of these 8 areas of your life. And I know the chart is small. I'm going to put it up again in this video. You need to be able to look at this chart and gauge and measure where you are in each of these areas of your life. So for example, when it comes to the social dimension, where are you in your social life? Are you someone who constantly goes out to brunch with your friends? Are you somebody who communicates well with your partner? Are you somebody who is present in the lives of people that you care about in your life? Or are you not? And it really doesn't matter whether you are or whether you aren't. It just matters that you are aware of this, because the next thing we could do is we can create a plan on how you can get to where you want to be. And really, I think the focus should be on the areas where you can improve, because in the areas where you are thriving in and you're successful, all you literally have to do is continue to maintain that. But in the areas where you can use help, what you want to do is create some goals for yourself. Your goals may be different than somebody else's. Even though you are looking at the same dimension, let's say we're looking at the social dimension, and you feel like, oh, I'm somebody who wants to work on building a relationship, like I want to get into a relationship, is going to look a lot different than somebody who's already in a relationship and they just want to work on their communication. So this is very personalized, but the idea and the concept of it really can work for anybody else. You just have to be in tune with what you want for yourself, and then you got to create a plan on how to get that. And your plan should be very specific with actionable steps. You need to know exactly what you're going to do. So for example, if your goal is to get into a relationship, what are you going to do to get that? Are you going to sign up for online dating websites? Are you going to start going to places where you can meet your potential partner? What are you going to do? Because that is what is going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Create the plan, then execute it. So now that we have an understanding that self-care and wellness and taking care of yourself is really multifaceted, let's talk about some of these dimensions. Hopefully something sticks and you can take something away from this video. So we're going to start with a bang, and we're just going to go for the main one, which is your emotional / mental health dimension. So this dimension really has to do with feelings, and what I need you guys to understand and accept is that your feelings matter and your feelings are important. You need to accept your feelings for what they are and understand that there is meaning behind them. Honor them and let them guide you. So a lot of times what many of us do, including myself sometimes, is we go against our feelings. Our feelings tell us one thing and we go the opposite way. But what we need to recognize is that there is a cost. So for example, let's say you're at a job and it's very toxic. It causes you feelings of anxiety and stress, and you know these things, but you continue to stay. You are giving something wonderful up. There is a cost in staying in that job. The price that you're paying to stay at that job is very expensive. It's costing you your peace of mind. It's costing you your time. It's costing you potential happiness that you can get from another job. It's costing you skills that you can get by doing something else. It's costing you a lot.
And I also recognize that sometimes you may be feeling multiple things at once. However, I encourage you guys to assess your feelings to see if they are mostly positive or negative. The answer to your assessment will let you know what to do.
And so another major concept that I want to share with you guys in terms of your emotional health, emotional dimension, is how you respond to certain things, right? So you should always be in control of how you respond. Now, you may feel a certain way, like somebody can cause you to feel, a feeling of anger, but somebody who's emotionally healthy does not let that anger control their actions. You're in control of your actions, not necessarily always your feelings, because sometimes, we're human. We just feel what we feel, but how you act, your next steps is on you. So we're not gonna do anything that goes against that. You're not gonna give anybody any power in any kind of capacity to where you're acting in a way that is not emotionally healthy. Like, we're just not going to do that. We're going to stay away from that. Two big ideas for this section of our lives, our emotional / mental health, is 1, honor your feelings, and 2, remain in control of your actions. So the next section I want to talk to you guys about is the occupational dimension. So this could be anything from professional work that you do, like a job or career, and it could span all the way to something like volunteer work or just your life's work in general. So when it comes to this section of your life, the biggest advice I can give you guys is to make sure that your occupational goals align with your lifestyle. And that is so big, and it's something that I learned for myself. So my parents, since I was younger, told me I was going to become a lawyer, and I genuinely thought that's what I was going to do with my life. Like, anytime someone would ask me, what are you going to be when you grow up, I told them a lawyer. But as I got older and older and older, I started realizing that there's so many different parts of myself that just are not aligned with this career. So for example, I knew that I wanted a family. That was something that was so important for me, and spending time with them was very important too. And one thing about being a lawyer is that you're constantly away from home. Lawyers work crazy amount of hours. They travel for their cases. There's just like so much that goes on. And so for me, I figured out when I was in college, right, my first year or two in college, I was like, no, I don't know if this is gonna work. So I say that you need to, be aware and in tune with the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Like, do you see a family? Do you see yourself at work a lot? Do you want to travel? And you want to make sure that your career goals, your occupational goals are aligned with that. Like, I honestly feel like so many people switch their careers and do different things with their lives because it's not until they're in it that they start to take their lifestyle into consideration. Like, if you're somebody who naturally loves science and that's your favorite subject, you might be like, okay, I want to go in the medical field. But when you get there are other things that you realize come with the job that you didn't necessarily think about. All you thought about is, I like science, this career involves a lot of science, but there's just, it's like so much that comes with it. So really doing your research, I would say, is a big thing too. And also learning about different career options that exist. Like, we know the main careers, doctor, lawyer, teacher, you know, stuff like that, but there are so many cool careers that you never will really find out about. And so one tool I want to share with you guys is this website. I used this in college. For those of you who don't know, I also have a certificate in career counseling, so I can talk to you guys about careers too. Like, yeah, you guys are learning so much about your girl today. But one of the websites we used was ONET. And one of the tools that I love about this website is the interest profiler. So if you Google ONET interest profiler, you'll be able to find it. And what I love about the tool is that it takes into consideration your personality and it matches it up with a career that it thinks would be best for you. It also takes other parts of yourself into consideration, like how much schooling you want to do, so you could adjust it, whether you want to do a little bit of schooling, a lot, and then it spits out different careers and you get to learn different things about it. So this is a great way to explore careers that you never knew about, and you can learn more than just like the basic careers that, you know, most people know about. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna link that down below. So if you're somebody who wants to level up in your career or you need a change, it'll be down there for you. So the two main ideas for this section was to take your lifestyle into consideration and to also do research about different careers. Like, if you're not happy in a job and, you know, it's causing you a lot of stress, then I would definitely encourage you to leave and to use the tool that I shared with you guys just so that you can learn more. And no, I'm not making any type of money off of the tool I shared with you guys. It's not sponsored at all. It's just something that I want to provide to you guys, because I know there are a lot of people out there that may, you know, want to leave a job. Like, leaving the job may be a way that you take care of yourself. Section is the physical dimension, and I don't really need to harp on that too much. I know most people know what to do, you know, to take care of their physical body. However, I will say that you want to find something that you can do, right? So being active and taking care of our body physically, it can look different depending on person to person. So some people enjoy lifting weights, some people enjoy just taking casual walks. Honestly, anything you can do to get your body moving is fine. And our bodies really is our vessel, and we only get to live in it once. So I definitely feel like it should be a priority when it comes to taking yourself. Another component of that is not necessarily just, you know, being physically active, but it's also taking care of your health, like going to see a doctor, not just when something feels wrong, but on a regular basis, going to the dentist. And you should really do whatever you can to have it at its best. And girl, I'm talking to myself. Like, I'm talking to y'all, but really, like, I'm looking at myself in this camera and I'm like, yes, girl, you need to do that too. You know what I mean? This is like a journey that I'm on. Like, I want you guys to know, like, when we have these kind of talks, I'm talking to you, but at the same time, I'm talking to myself. And, you know, making these videos really helped me take ownership of my life, because these are things I'm sharing with you, but that I'm also implementing in my life. Of course, I can't leave this part out, because it's 80% what you eat and 20% working out. So you definitely want to be mindful of what you're eating. I encourage everybody to eat as close to natural as possible. So you really want to put foods in your body that are grown on earth and that are the least processed as possible. Everybody's diet is different. I know some people are vegan, some people are vegetarian, some people have, you know, a paleo diet. There's really so many things, keto, just whatever you feel like works with your body and your situation that you can stick to consistently. That's the main thing, because these little diets, sometimes they're temporary, people do them temporarily, but then the weight comes back. So you really want to find something that you can stick to, something that's healthy. And yeah, next dimension is going to be your intellectual dimension. Now, you don't really have to do anything formal, like enroll in a 4-year college or anything like that. It's really just being a lifelong learner, and that can look differently, again, depending on person to person. I know going to college for me personally had a lot more to do than just learning a career. I feel like college honestly helped me become the person that I am. It helped with my vocabulary. It helped, you know, shape my perspective on life, who I am, on certain topics. It just helped me become who I am. But for some people, you can do that in other ways. Like, if you are someone someone who is a reader and you love to read different books, that can shape you, that can help your vocabulary, that can help mold you into, you know, an intellectual being. And also watching videos like this, like for some people you may get so much out of this video. For others, you already know this, and maybe another video will do that for you. But I feel like as long as you're acquiring knowledge from whatever source it is, you are on the right path in terms of taking care of yourself intellectually. You really want to expose yourself to new things. I don't think it's really beneficial just to, you know, stick to what you know or to feel like you know everything, because you don't. I don't think the smartest person in the world does. So really being open to that and being open to receiving information and also sharing it too. I think that's very important when you have the information. I think a part of being intellectually healthy is giving back and sharing that information with other people, like I'm doing with you guys right now. So now we're going to talk about the social dimension. Nowadays, being social doesn't mean, I think, the same thing that it meant a long time ago. You don't necessarily have to be physically present. While I think it's very important that you try to do that as much as possible, you could also connect in other ways with people. I think just, you know, creating strong relationships and maintaining them, whether it's, you know, through a Zoom call. I was about to say Skype, but does anybody use Skype anymore? Probably not, but through Zoom or social media or just anything that you do to have a human connection with somebody, and not just any human connection, not just like talking, but a meaningful human connection with somebody where it is very mutual, not one-sided, it is healthy, there's no, you know, manipulation or, you know, any of those negative things involved. I think that is so healthy and that is so important for taking care of yourself, because yes, you know, we all live our own lives, but really, you know, we're on this journey called life together. And I think that the more that you can connect with other people, the more impact they can have on your journey and the more impact you can have on their journey, hopefully positively. I still think that being social means, you know, talking to just everybody and allowing everybody in your life, because I honestly have a handful of friends, if that, but the friendships that I do have, I feel like they're very meaningful and I feel like those people genuinely care about me. And so you want to make sure that those are the types of relationships that you're building. And if ever you come across a relationship where it's not that, then be open and be excited about cutting it off, because you don't need that in your life. Make sure that you have your boundaries, make sure your needs and your expectations are clear, but at the same time also respect theirs. And it's like a give and take, and it should go both ways. The sixth thing, that is so hard to say, the sixth thing that you can do to take care of yourself is to focus on your spiritual dimension. So this one, again, is very tailored to your own specific needs. And I know I've been saying that a lot in this video, but really, it is so true. So I think just realizing spiritually, you know, what you believe in and what your values are, and whether spiritually what you are practicing is aligned with that and you feel centered and it brings you joy. I think that's important too. At the same time, I don't feel like somebody's spirituality should be, you know, mainly because of fear. I think you should genuinely feel some type of connection and some type of empowerment when it comes to what you believe in. And you definitely want to feel something. So I encourage you to really find something, or find your spirituality, whatever it is, whatever it looks like, but you need to feel something. And I feel like a lot of people don't feel anything. They just go through the motions. And for me personally, that is not enough. I've realized I've come to a place spiritually where if I don't feel anything, then I can't evolve. I don't know what you believe in, but I definitely believe that I'm more than just my physical self, like 100%. Like, I believe that I have a soul and all of that, and I need to feel that. Like, I don't know if this is making sense to you or not, but there are certain moments or events in my life where I kind of feel that connection to that source. It's just like this feeling that I get sometimes, and I just feel like there's more. I just feel a sense of purpose. I just feel not my body. And you know, I may be rambling to you guys, but that is just me. And I feel like I have just like a foundation, and I'm growing into that more. Like I'm evolving. And so I think that it would be a beautiful thing if you guys can find what that is for you. And it's so powerful. Like it just overwhelms me and it brings me peace. And I'm trying to grow in that, and I'm trying to learn more about that. And I feel like that is another journey I'm on. So you guys know me for a lot of journeys, my hair journey, child, my workout journey. Now we are on a spiritual journey. So I'm just doing it all. I'm figuring out this thing called life, but I encourage you guys to do the same in all facets of your life, but especially spiritually. That is definitely one way to take care of you, because when things seem hopeless or you have nothing to lean on, you can lean into your spirituality to get you through things that your social relationships can't get through, that your health can't get you through. Like that'll be the thing to save you. So if you can find what that is for you, I would love that. Alright guys, so that completes today's video. Let me know if you found anything useful in this video, or if you have any video ideas when it comes to mental health, self-care, or self-love that you want me to do. That is like my jam. That's something I'm so passionate about that I'm actually embarrassed that I haven't, you know, talked about on my channel yet, because we can really like push out some content when it comes to this area. So comment that down below. And also, and probably most importantly, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? And that notification bell to make us official. Like if you really made it this far through all of that, then you really need to make us official, because what did you do all that for? Like clearly you liked it a little bit, you're still here. So click on that button and I'll see you in the next video. Yes, I did the peace sign. Don't know why. I am so sorry. Bye y'all.